Good evening. It is Monday the 7th of December, Vlogmas day 7. I think it's about 5 o'clock in the evening. It has been a busy day here. I have spent my Monday doing the usual chores, the washing and the sorting out all the things that you leave behind at the weekend, getting tidied up. I had to make some bread for tomorrow morning's breakfast, and basically the day has run away with me and there wasn't really very much to record, but I've sat down now and I want to give you an update on my knitting. First thing I wanted to show you was my mitten. I finished the thumb in it last night. I've all the ends woven in. I haven't them trimmed to a blocket, but I'm so pleased with it. You can see the colour work. I was surprised how simple the thumb was. I think I was putting it off because I thought it was some sort of a major job to do, but it was very simple. I have a little line here just where I lifted the stitches, but I'm hoping that that will block out. It usually does on sleeves and things, so I'm sure it will on the mittens as well. So that's one, and then the other one I have cast on, and I have started the first couple of rounds of the colour work. So it really is a quick knit, and this is my first time using non-superwash, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like when I block it. So that is my mittens. My socks then, this is the sock that I had the heel flap and turn completed on. There it is. So I now have done, turn it this way, I've now done all the decreases, the gusset decreases, and the first stripe then of the foot. So there's been a couple of greens here, and we're going into a nice citrus green now, which is, if you can see it on the ball, it's going to be that sort of colour. So there's lots of lovely dark colours in there too, which I'm looking forward to. But definitely I'm well on my way now, and I'm going to just do the one stripe in the day, and I'll have these finished in plenty of time. Other sock then, I have just started the heel flap. I was going to stop my first sock after I had got the gusset stitches lifted, but I don't like the shape of that sitting on the needle, so that's why I took it to the stage it's at. I'm just over halfway here on this heel flap, so I will work on that for a few minutes this evening. One good thing about being well ahead on my socks means I can work on something else that I wanted to cast on, like that cowl. So that's going to be me really for today. As I say, I'm putting the footage in of the little my Christmas spoon holder that I had made and had pre-recorded, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. Rest of my evening, it's our ladies group this evening, and we're going to be meeting via Zoom, and I'm looking forward to that. Okay, that's me signing off for today, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Today I thought I would share with you one of the craft items that I have made this year for my kitchen. I'm using it to hold some tiny robin spoons that I have, and I enjoyed making it, and I thought maybe you would enjoy seeing it. So it started out as a spice jar, which is one of these. This one happens to be a cinnamon one. I pushed it out, discarded the lid. You can see I didn't prep the glass in any one way because I'm using cord. If you were to use something finer that you thought you were going to see through it, you might want to paint it just to hide the background, but I didn't feel that was necessary. I covered the jar in double-sided tape. I think this is, it just is strong enough for to keep the cord, and it's not messy, it's just because it's dry. But you could use Yoo-hoo glue, or you could use your hot glue gun if you wanted, though I think it would be a bit gloopy, and it could be a bit messy if it started to come through the cord or whatever you're using to cover your jar. You could use embroidery thread if you wanted. You could use yarn. You could add various colours of the yarn if you wanted. You could use some nice pom-pom ribbon, that would make it round the top, would make it nice and festive as well. There's loads of different ideas. This isn't my idea, this come from Pinterest or Google, so if you search decorative jars on there, you'll get loads and loads of ideas. So I started at the top because you have the groove of where the lid's screwed on, and it just gets you started in the right angle, and went round and round and round the jar until I came to the bottom. And when I got to the bottom, I added a tiny bit of Yoo-hoo glue just to keep it in place, and it stops the bottom piece of the cord fraying. So it was as simple as that. And when I had that done, I cut a tiny piece of greenery from my Christmas wreath. I had some holly and I added it for a berry. This is just a piece of scrap ribbon, Christmas ribbon, that I tore and frayed. I had a tiny, everything's tiny today, robin charm. I usually keep this on my knitting bag, and I just tied it onto the ribbon of fabric, and that is the Christmas jar, complete with my spoons. I have one of these here. They're like tartlet tartlet tins, I suppose you could call them, that's painted. I'm not sure whether they're for hanging on the tree, or maybe you could put candles in them, that might be what they're for, but I thought I would use it to set my holder on. I think it just finishes it, and that sits beside my coffee in the kitchen, and it displays my pretty spoons. So I hope you enjoyed that, and it gives you some inspiration to maybe make one of your own, or have your own take on the idea. Thank you for watching.